everybody, my name is Sarah DeYong, and today we're going to be talking about solfège. So solfège is one of my favorite tools for ear training for any of my students, no matter what age. And solfège, in short, is a singer's way of singing a scale. So today we're just going to be talking about a major scale, just to make things simple, but know that you could expand that into other types of scales if you wanted. For reference, if you remember in The Sound of Music, if you've ever seen that, when Maria sings do, a deer, a female deer, re, a drop of golden sun, etc., etc., she is singing solfège syllables, all of those do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, and do again. Those are the solfège syllables. In a major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That's what that sounds like, without all the deer and T in the middle. The reason we put these syllables to it instead of just singing it on, a neutral vowel or the same syllable over and over again is because the difference helps our brain connect to all these intervals or jumps once we're not just singing them all in a row and once we're jumping around or putting them into a song. Zoltan Kodaly, a Hungarian composer, added hand signs to this because Kodaly was not only a composer, but he was also a teacher and a philosopher. And so he used folk songs, which have a really simple melody, and the solfège syllables and these hand signs to help children develop some musicality. So the hand signs look like this. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And an important part of these hand signs is that they go up with the scale. So again, an extra boost for our brain to connect with these intervals so that we can later go on and do exercises that help us with intervals like do, re, do, mi, do, fa, do, so, do, la, do, ti, do, do. Most music will begin and end on do, on the tonic is another way of saying that, or on one, because another way you can say the solfège scale, if it's helpful for your brain, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our do, our tonic, our 1, is movable do. So we can sing it here, or we can sing it lower. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Or we can sing it higher. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Because that's how we find our key, is we find where do is. Because if we are at C, middle C, do is on C. But if we're in B flat, do is on B flat. If we're in D, do is on D. So it's really helpful for sight reading too later on. If I were to branch out from this with my students, I would then take them into those exercises where the intervals jump. Little tip, some of the harder syllables for your brain to remember, if you link them to a particular song, it's really helpful for when you're practicing those solfège jumps, particularly if you don't have the other intervals leading up to it. So for instance, do, fa, you can think do, fa, here comes the bride. Do, fa, 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 and that can help your brain remember what do, fa is. Another one that's a little difficult is do, la, and if you know the song My Body Lies Over the Ocean, you can think do, la, da, 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 last thing I want to do is play around with a song as we sing and sing it on our solfège syllables. So the song I want to do is Row, Row, Row Your Boat. So let's all just sing row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream. So if we were to sing that in our solfège, do, 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 re, mi, fa, so, then we jump up. Do, so, mi, do, so, fa, mi, re, do. So these solfège syllables were derived because a monk by the name of Guido of Arezzo used a chant that he wrote to help the other monks in his parish kind of connect to the music a little bit better. So each line began on the next solfège syllable, and the Latin of that line corresponded to these solfège syllables. I want to show you this this Latin chant that I didn't know before today existed, but I think it's really cool. So this monk Guido of Arezzo, did not use do, but instead he had ut. Now at the end we hear do again, and we have the word Johannes, and I think do may have come from that yo sound, but that's just a theory, quite frankly. Utque ant laxis resonare fibris mira gestorum famuli tuorum solve polluti labili reatum sancte Ioannes. The translation is, so that your servants may, with loosened voices, resound the wonders of your deeds, clean the guilt from our stained lips, O St. John.